morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I thought we would do a get ready with me and talk about some of the Charlie Kirk um, content that has been going on. I don't know if you guys saw the video I posted last night, but um, I was kind of blown away by that. He seems to have foreseen that this situation could have happened. It makes me think there were conversations he had with his wife, with his team, should this happen to him. Um, I'm not going to say that makes me feel better, but it makes me feel like it's being prepared. Um, of course, it's still going to be shocking, but I feel like it softens the blow a little bit, if that makes sense. I really don't care what side you're on, but the more I'm digging into this, the more things aren't mathin'. The math isn't mathin'. So I kind of want to continue to do, I don't want to call it conspiracy videos, but they're conspiracy videos, aren't they? Pretty much. I'm not going to deny that. But I am intrigued by some of the things I'm seeing online. And I think when you see things that you question, you have to ask questions. You have to continue to ask questions. I'm just seeing like a lot of hostility everywhere. Everywhere I look, you know, on Facebook, on YouTube, people against each other, people defriending each other. Yikes. This is like, you know, when the election happened and you found people who you didn't agree with and then you removed them. So you removed that group of people and now a new topic comes up and you don't agree with them and you've removed them. And it just is like a constant cycle of people taking each other out of each other's lives. It's really crazy to see. Welcome to the chat. I can't see the chat. Let's see. Top chat? Oh, hey there. How are you? I know you're one of the people who was following some of the Charlie Kirk stuff, so please let me know your thoughts. I guess what I want to know, you guys, I kind of want to gauge, do you feel that this is something bigger? And for those of you just joining, I'm getting a lot of you just joining in. I'm just doing my makeup, getting ready to go downtown Atlanta to be on set for a movie that's being shot. Can't talk about it because I signed an NDA. I'll talk about it later when it comes out. But do you guys feel like something bigger is going on here? Do you feel his team was in on it? You know, you've seen the videos with the hand signals, which is pretty bizarre. He did that video that I posted last night where he said, we are going to be at danger. Our health is going to be at risk. You're not going to be able to wear your magma hat. And he even said, I hope that this video is unearthed one day and we can laugh about this. So if you have not seen that video, guys, go. It was the last video I posted last night. And it is, I mean, it made my jaw drop to hear this man talk about, oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Especially since I've had a lot of mean people on my page. Just a week ago, I had someone make fun of one of the wigs I was wearing. If you don't know me, my hair is growing back from chemo, and someone was like, that wig looks terrible. And I was like, would you go up to a cancer survivor in a grocery market and say that to their face? And I said, probably not. So you probably shouldn't do it on YouTube either. But anyway, I appreciate your kind comment. Oh, you're just kidding. I'm not. Okay. So I want to know your thoughts, you guys. Is this something bigger? Do you think his team's behind it? Do you think Israel is behind it? That's kind of a lot of where people's minds are going. And I want to know what you guys think. Do you think Tyler Robinson actually had something to do with this? I am doing some research, and I hate kind of going down this rabbit hole, but I've gone down this rabbit hole about something called MK Ultra. If you guys don't know what it is, it was like a mind control government experiment that actually happened. Sorry, I'm just reading comments. So some people are saying in the comments, the internet influenced him. So that means, do you believe that Tyler Robinson solely acted alone in this incident is what I'm trying to figure out? Or do you think he is someone that, they're using as a scapegoat? Like, a lot of people think Luigi Mangione is not really the person who killed the CEO of United Healthcare. Personally, I've watched the video. It looks like him. Luigi complained of having chronic back pain, something I can relate to, and it sounds like that just got to him and he was done and possibly did what he did. So it'll be interesting to see when that goes on trial. Oh, Angela, thank you. I appreciate your comments. I just sometimes like to wear wigs because my hair is not back to where it used to be yet. It's growing. And I definitely plan to do a video about my cancer journey, because that I've learned like so much just by living this, that like honestly the aftermath was the craziest part of it all. That's when I felt my worst. That's when I felt my loneliest. So I definitely plan to do a video on that. And I'm sure you all have noticed, my regular subscribers, I haven't been on here as much. I've been doing a lot of film work in Atlanta, and I've really enjoyed doing it. So I'm going to continue to do that. I mean, I'm not going to neglect my YouTube channel, but I'm still going to cover true crime cases. I just kind of got to find the time to do it in the balance. And I will say, there's a lot of things I didn't agree with Charlie Kirk on, but I will say I was definitely more present this weekend with my family. I stayed offline. I wasn't really worried about what people were saying, what people were doing online. I was just like, I am so grateful to be alive. I'm so grateful to be here and spend time with my kids and play and hang out with my husband. And I need to enjoy every minute of this. All of us do. You never know when your last days on earth are. And I feel like we walk around every day and we really do take that for granted. I will say, from my own experience, I probably think about that a little more than most people do. Like, every day I wonder to myself, am I living my life to the fullest? Am I doing the things that I really, truly in my heart want to do? So I think whether you like him or not, it made you think more about your family. It made you think more about time is precious on this earth, and we are not promised tomorrow. But I'm really, oh yes, I'm glad you brought that up about the death penalty. What do you guys feel is the proper punishment for him? Personally, as much as I don't want to waste my taxpayer dollars, I think the ultimate punishment is the death penalty, because I don't know what happens when you die. I mean, I can say my faith tells me that if he says he's sorry, he goes to heaven. And then I feel like that's a cop-out. That's how I feel. You don't have to agree with me. But then I feel like we've released him into the, whatever you want to call it, whatever religion you are. You've released him from taking accountability for what he did. And I feel he literally needs to suffer every day for the rest of his life. And there's nothing worse than sitting in a small box every day. I saw someone post something kind of interesting, said he should be forced to listen to, good morning, Laura, Charlie Kirk on repeat all day long in his cell. And I was like, you know what? That would be like amazing if they actually made that like punishment for people, right? I'm about to do my eyelashes. Laura, I haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing? So I'm interested in what you all think. Also, another thing I wanted to talk about was, and I don't want to bash a mom, but I was not a fan of Erica's message to her daughter about dad is with Jesus on a work trip for your blueberry budget. And I just want to break that down. And I understand she's a grieving mom. She's not really thinking properly right now, but bringing up the blueberries and connecting it to her daughter, I think at that age is a little too hard for her to comprehend. And she might lay in bed at night and say to herself, well, if my dad's going to be gone because of these blueberries, I'm never going to eat blueberries again. Like, I don't want blueberries. If that means I can't have my dad, then I'll stop eating blueberries. I think the best way could have just, saying he's with Jesus on a work trip. He's in heaven. He's with Jesus. But I'm sure, maybe she'll think of those conversations over the next coming weeks. I'm sure professionals will get involved on how to handle that. With a child that's 3 years old, I think, luckily, she's probably not going to remember, being said that. I don't know, but I'm not a professional when it comes to child psychology, but I just wanted to know what you guys thought of Erica's speech, saying that to her daughter. Let's see, some of you guys are saying maybe one day this guy will find God because of this. Well, he was a Mormon, formerly a Mormon. So he definitely had a faith. Let's say he was gay and he was dating a trans man. I would think that this is what triggered him to do what he did. I don't know. One thing I will say, I don't don't think I even released the video, but yesterday, Patel, the FBI director, came out and said he spent the weekend out at the scene. He walked around. He took the steps that Tyler Robinson took, backtracked, went up on the roof, and they found the screwdriver that was left behind. And then they went out to the woods and they recovered the gun. And the gun was wrapped in a towel. They took both of those pieces of evidence and have already been able to pinpoint Tyler's DNA. Now, we all know just because his DNA is on it doesn't really, I feel like, mean anything anymore. You know, like if we're talking about mind control and stuff, we are on a whole another level, right? 10 years, including the dude who stood up and clapped. I did not watch the context of the video of the guy who clapped. I haven't been able to like bring myself to go back and like watch clips of the Utah one. I will say I've been watching clips of the other debates. And if there's one thing I've learned, I am definitely putting my kids in a debate class, because some of those people who went up there were just unprepared, didn't know what to say. And I think the best way to get better at that is taking a debate class. So that is definitely something that's came out of this for me. Have any of you guys had your I don't know, opinions changed by what happened? Are you doing anything different? Have you had to remove people from your life? Did you decide on Sunday you were going to go to church for the first time in a long time? How has this impacted you? And if it hasn't, that's okay. No one is forcing you. I will say, maybe an unpopular opinion, but I feel if we had to watch school shootings play out the way Charlie Kirk's assassination turned out, there would not be another school shooting. And yesterday, for the first time, someone leaked a photo. Sorry, I'm trying to do my eyelashes. Leaked a photo of the Uvalde school shooting, and it was gross, it was graphic, it was bloody, and people said, does this make you uncomfortable? Good, it should make you uncomfortable. I think that's another part of this, is how we all kind of had to watch it. I don't know about you, but it just popped up in my feed. I did not look for it, I didn't click on it, it just popped up. And I watched it and I was like shocked. And I am very desensitized to seeing stuff like that from just working in a newsroom all day long. You know, you're looking at footage of bad things. It's just a part of the job. So definitely was like shocked by it. Had this reaction in my stomach, actually, that I haven't felt in a long time, where I was just like shocked and taken aback by it. And then when I saw Tyler Robinson, and I've watched some of these videos, I'm like, I don't know, I'm getting vibes that he may be on the spectrum. That is something I'm a big advocate on and speak on, and I'm gonna get really angry if this becomes some kind of defense, because just because you're on the spectrum does not mean you're gonna do something like this. It doesn't. It doesn't. And I'm really sick of seeing people like Brian Koberger who tried to use that as an excuse as to why something would happen. I know that didn't end up going to trial, but I can tell that they were trying to use that as their defense. And it is really starting to piss me off that attorneys are now using a diagnosis to try to use it as a defense. I don't know if anyone else notices that, but maybe I do, just because I'm a big autism, advocate and follow a lot of the studies about it and news about it. But I'm going to the comment section. Oh, you found out he died just now? Yeah, it last week. And kudos to you if you just found out. That means you're not like one of those people who just sit on the internet or watch the news all day. Sounds like you live your life, and you should. I think we spend way too much time on the internet. I will say that. Way too much time. And look at me as I'm doing a YouTube video, right? Charlie was handsome. Yes, he was. You're nervous for me right now. Why? If you're gonna tell me you're like a psychic and you have a reading for me, I'm not interested. I get people doing stuff like that all the time on TikTok. Let's see. I do think that a part of it too is, yes, that Charlie is handsome. He is kind of that all-American boy. And of course, people were probably jealous, but I'm still trying to figure out, was this politically driven or was this about faith? Is this about religion? At this time, I'm not sure. When you hear something about the shell casings having writing on it, it makes you feel, yes, it's a political motivation. But is it? Hey, Weston, how are you? Thank you. I appreciate all the kind thing. Yeah, you're not big on the news. It promotes who lied, died, and cried. Oh, yeah. Someone said you're that crazy lady. What do you mean? Like the conspiracy stuff? I'm honestly not a big conspiracy person. I just I like to talk about them. But, yeah, I'm not like that hardcore about making videos about it. So, oh, thank you, Weston. I really appreciate that, especially since I haven't been on here that much. I've just been like working on some other stuff, this summer. I've been working on films here in Atlanta, and that has been fun. Was working on a Netflix. I can talk about that later when it gets released and promoted. It was summer. I was focusing on my family a lot, which is good. I think we all need to shut the phones off sometimes, really. What are we talking about? There was an old lady screaming in the car with her dog before I started this stream. No, that's not me. I was not that person. So if you're just joining in, we are just kind of talking about the conspiracy theories. Do you think that the Charlie Kirk situation was planned by people in his party, in his own staff, his own security? Do you also think it has anything to do with the Epstein files, that Charlie wanted the Epstein files released? Was he asking too many questions? Was he getting too close? And were they trying to keep him quiet? I think the thing with that is, just because Charlie Kirk would be gone doesn't mean we're not going to still say we want to see the Epstein files, release the Epstein files, right? So I'm not really buying that part of it, if you get what I mean. Because it's not like we're just going to stop talking about, hey, the Epstein case, just because he's gone. So I don't know. It'll be interesting. I think today Tyler is not trying to, I think he's supposed to make his first appearance and appear before a judge today. And it will be really interesting what he does, what he says. I have a feeling if Patel, the FBI director, was so out there talking yesterday about the evidence he found, he has to have something slam dunk, like a video. I think they have to have security footage. Maybe they had a drone up and caught footage, but they weren't using the drone as security, which, why are we not using drones at all events as a security precaution? Like that alone boggles my mind, you guys. Yeah, he started talking a lot about what Israel was doing. Yeah, am I Hispanic? No, I'm not. I'm Polish. Agree, yes. But yeah, I want to know what y'all think. I want to continue doing videos. I mean, I don't want to just rehash a bunch of crap that, other people are saying. I feel like if I'm going to do a video, I want to talk about something that you guys want to talk about as well. So let me know. I'm going to get ready to get off of here and start my day. I really appreciate you guys popping in and chatting with me about this story. I'm gonna continue. I mean, it's just getting started if you think about it. I mean, what if he says you got the wrong guy? Except the DNA matches, so that's gonna be kind of hard to disprove. But yeah, it'll be interesting. That's what Peter wants. Yeah, I don't know why we don't have. I think our tax dollars should be paying enough for these events, and especially at at a campus. If you're gonna host someone, it's your job to keep them secure. It is not Charlie's security's responsibility. It is your responsibility. If you have someone on your property, they're your guest. It's your responsibility to keep them safe. And how do you do that? And maybe they didn't expect that many people there.